Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share a flip through of my new handmade junk journal. This is my new personal junk journal that I will be using and working in. I've just finished my last junk journal and already shared a completed flip through video. It's up on my channel and I'll link it in the cards and in the description box for you. So this is my new junk journal. It was quite a challenge to make and it definitely tested me a few times, but I love how it turned out. It's got a bit of a spring summer vibe going, the colours are soft and light. I just love it. It's a soft cover journal and I've made the cover using fabric and card. I've also added a layer of wadding. In the US I think you call it batting, so I've added the wadding in between the fabric and card just to make it soft and squishy. It feels nice and padded. I've used lots of different fabrics to create the cover. It has a kind of patchwork effect to it. This blue polka dot fabric you may recognise, as it was used for the inside spine of my previous junk journal. I'm almost out of it now, which makes me kind of sad. So there's this beautiful red striped fabric here, a couple of pretty floral fabrics. I have some pretty eyelet fabric at the top, and this little piece of fabric scrap here, and a little piece of fabric down here too. I added a piece of lacy trim here, and I used some embroidery floss to hand stitch this little piece of fabric which has a bird on it, and then I added some little crosses on the journal for more detail and texture on the cover. I've wanted to add sequins to my journal covers for the longest time, and I finally decided to do that on this journal. There are 25 sequins in total and it took me so long to sew them on, but I love them and I love how they shimmer in the light. It adds just a little bit of sparkle. This journal is a little bit bigger than my last one. This one measures 7 inches by 10 inches. My last one was 7 inches by 9 inches. I've also made the spine a little bit wider this time. It's about 2 3/4 inches and I have 6 signatures. I've used a waxed linen thread to bind the signatures in. The spine is curved, so there is plenty of growing room. My last journal got quite bulky, so I'm hoping with a bigger spine this one won't chunk up too much. So let me show you the inside. The inside covers are lined with scrapbook paper and I decorated the front and back with different papers. So at the front here is this pretty butterfly pattern, and at the back I have a pretty floral pattern, and both scrapbook papers are from the Maggie Holmes Woodland Grove collection. I love how you can see so many papers here when you open the journal. I've also kept it pretty minimal this time. I've also used this blue polka dot fabric to line the inside of the spine. It was used on my previous junk journal too. So I've got some pink avocado dyed paper. This is some vintage sheet music. Because this journal is a little bit bigger than my last one, I've had to attach some scrapbook papers to some of the other papers just to extend the page a little bit. Otherwise I would have a really skinny page. So all of the scrapbook papers in this journal are by either Maggie Holmes or Crepe Paper and American Crafts. So this paper here is Gingham Garden. Has some cream paper. This here is some vintage ledger paper. I've also added a pocket here. I think there is about 10 in total, and I went through my scrap box to find papers for my pockets. So this one here is from the Willow Lane collection. I've also extended this ledger paper page here. This paper here is by Maggie Holmes Style Board. It's a really old collection. Cream paper. This is some brown craft paper. It has this beautiful ribbed effect to it. And this is the only paper in this journal that is not by Maggie Holmes or Crepe Paper or American Crafts. It was in my scrap box and I thought it was so pretty that I decided to use it as a tuck spot. Some vintage sheet music, pink avocado dyed paper. This here is the back of some vintage sheet music, and I love all the foxing detail on the back here. There was also a rip which I've just sealed with some brown parcel tape. Some pink avocado dyed paper. This is a pretty illustration of a deer. It came from a vintage children's book. There's some walls on the back. One of the things I've done differently with this journal is I've added some different coloured dyed papers. So I've got some avocado dyed paper and tea dyed paper in here, but this is cabbage dyed paper, and it came out this really pretty blue colour. On the back here you might be able to see some purple colouring too. This scrapbook paper is by Maggie Home Style Board. I've got some brown craft paper. Over here is a little side pocket, and it's created using paper from the Pier paper pad. It's an old crepe paper one. I think it's from 2012, so even older than Style Board. The cabbage dyed paper, the other side of the children's book page, and I love what it says on this side. How pretty you are amid the grass and flowers. How pretty you are in the warm sunlight. I just think that's so nice. Over here is some more scrapbook paper. This is from Flourish. A vintage book page, some brown paper. This is a vintage children's book page. It's The Adventures of the Wishing Chair by Enid Blyton. And then over here I have some tea dyed paper, and I've just used this vintage book page to create a little pocket. I absolutely love the butterflies on it. This is from a vintage gardening book. Some vintage ledger paper. Over here is a little pocket. This is by Flourish Maggie Holmes. This here is more scrapbook paper, and it's from the Marigold collection. This is from the Flourish collection. There are some shorter pages here to play with. This is some vintage ledger paper. Here is some more cabbage dyed paper. And I've just added a little scrap from the same paper that lined the inside cover. This is by Woodland Grove. Brown paper, vintage sheet music. Over here is some tea dyed paper, another little side pocket. This paper is from the Marigold collection. This scrapbook paper is from Flourish. This is an Edith Holden book page for the month of April. Some brown paper. This scrapbook paper here is from Style Board by Maggie Holmes. Some vintage ledger paper, some cabbage dyed paper. This page is from a vintage children's book, but I wanted to include it because on the opposite side was this beautiful illustration of some ducklings, and it says all on a summer's day, and I just really loved it. This book page is from that Enid Blyton book. Vintage ledger paper with a little pocket. This scrapbook paper is the Forever Fields collection by Maggie Holmes. Some more pink avocado dyed paper. Vintage ledger, there's a pocket. An Enid Blyton vintage children's book page called The Adventures of the Wishing Chair. This is another book page from a vintage book. I'm not sure which one this is from, but I thought this girl holding all these pretty flowers was really pretty. Some more cabbage dyed paper, some tea dyed paper. This is from a vintage flower book. There's a pocket down here, and this paper is from Woodland Grove. It's the same paper that lined the back cover. There's some cream paper, and this scrapbook paper here is from Market Square. Some vintage ledger paper. This scrapbook paper is from Gingham Garden. Cream paper, ledger paper. This is the other side of that vintage flower book, and it was so pretty. Some tea dyed paper, and so that is the end of the journal. So that was a look at my new personal journal. I'm so excited to move into this one and fill it with all of my memories. I'm looking forward to the bigger size and having even more space to work with. I really hope you enjoyed seeing this flip through. New journal with me process videos will be coming soon. If you have any questions about the journal or anything, leave me a comment below. I hope you're all doing really well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.